Masidonse ganye ganye, ganye ganye, ganye ganye, masidonse ganye ganye, sijabule sonke. Hey dolls, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you have not subscribed, I highly recommend that you subscribe. It is a matter of life and death. You need to do it. You cannot live without this channel. You need to be subscribed to my channel. Thank you. If you don't know me, my name is Bernice and I'm also known as everybody's big sister. Why am I known as everybody's big sister? Because I decided to be everybody's big sister. I woke up one day and I decided that I'm gonna call myself Big Sis and I'm just gonna go with it. This didn't just come from nowhere. Like, I didn't just wake up and be like, yeah, I'm gonna be Big Sister. No. Over the years, especially over the years where I've been active on social media, active doing charity work with Inkosazana. By the way, please check us out on Instagram and Facebook, Inkosazana Foundation. In those years where I've been active and just living my life, not even doing anything that was like extraordinary, just being me, I've had a lot of girls, especially younger girls, DM me. I've had girls on my Instagram and on my Facebook, and I've had girls bump into me at the mall or wherever else and tell me how much they just look up to me, how much they respect me, how much they love me. And very few of them have expressed that they love me because of the way that I look or the way that I dress or what I have. But a lot of them have expressed that they respect and follow me because of my character or how I carry myself or my personality and my confidence. And so I realized that there were a lot of little girls who were looking at me and seeing a role model. And so I decided to take that weight and put it on my shoulders. I decided that I will live every day in hopes of being someone's role model. And I hope that doesn't sound narcissistic or conceited, but I just believe that a lot of our sisters just don't have role models anymore. We live in an age where there's so much bad influence out there, being a bad, being careless, using people, living for yourself. It's become so normal now, and I'm just trying to change that narrative. And maybe I haven't succeeded, or maybe you haven't seen me do it yet, but I trust that every day when I wake up, I pray for God to make me a better person, because I know that there are people looking at me and expecting great things from me. So that's how Big Sister came about. So today I'm putting on my Big Sister hat, and I want to address a topic that I don't think we talk about enough, and I think that we need to start talking about more, because it's affecting people in scales that we cannot even imagine. It's affected me personally, and I just feel that as women, as girls, as sisters, that we need to stand together and start trying to be better people for each other or towards each other. So let's dive right into it. So I just felt the need to address this because I feel like it's getting worse. It's getting so much worse. I see it happening to me. I see it happening to my sisters. I see it happening to my friends. I see it even happening to my mom. You know what I mean? Girl on girl hate. It's getting bad. Why do we hate each other so much, ladies? Why do we wish each other bad things? Why do we choose to point out only the negative things about each other? Why do we choose to speak ill of each other unprovoked? Why do we choose to go after each other's things? You know, why do we choose to drag each other down every chance that we get? It baffles me. As someone who is an advocate for women, as someone who works with an organization that strives to empower women, it just breaks my heart to see what path we're on as women. It breaks my heart to hear another woman talk about another woman and just mention how much she's failed, how we could be talking about, for instance, Bonang, and we could say, oh, she's such a mogul. She's a mogul in the making. She's got money. She's beautiful. She dresses well. There will be that one Dorothy in the room. Dorothy. There's going to be that one girl in the room who says, but have we forgotten about AKA? Have we forgotten about Slicker? You know, there's always going to be that one woman who's going to point out her negative traits. And I'm not saying that Bonang is perfect and that we should only praise her or whatever the case is. But why is it that it's always another girl that's going to drag another girl every chance that she gets? There's people right now like Lerato Kganyago, who just broke off her marriage. Lut Love, who just broke up with Reason. If you look at the comments on those posts or the trends, if you search Lerato Kganyago, the tweets, most of them are coming from women bashing her, judging her for leaving her husband. We don't know why she left. She probably has really good reasons. And I trust that, and as women, not only me, but as women, we should trust that she made a decision that was best for her. You know, she thought about it. She's a woman, she's grown, she's lived. She thought about it and she thought the best decision was to leave. And we judge her as if we've never left people who mistreated us. In fact, most of us have spent so much time trying to fix broken people. You know what I mean? And here we are, comfortable behind our phones, tweeting vile, rude, insensitive, foul stuff to women who are out there sharing their stories. And you know what? Lerato didn't have to share. Unfortunately, as a public figure, she will be talked about, like it or not. But she didn't have to tell us about it, but she chose to. And the people who are supposed to understand her most, because we go through these things as well, we're the ones attacking her. Where's the love? Where's the respect for other women? I have never been one. I'm not going to make myself holier than thou or better than anyone else. I've always had a strong personality. I've always known who I am and what I'm about. So I've never really been fazed by what anybody else says about me. But as you grow older, you become so much more sensitive. I don't know if I'm the only one who's going through this, but my sisters and I were talking about this the other day, and we all agreed that the older you get so sensitive towards certain things. And I went through something in my life that was really, really horrible, you know, and I didn't know that the world, or not, I can't say the world, I'm not famous, but I didn't know that people outside of my circle knew what I was going through until a friend of mine, a distant friend, went to a salon and had her nails done, to get her nails done rather. And she got there and there were these other girls who were also, you know, there for whatever other reason. And apparently the minute she arrived, she was not familiar with those people, and those people did not know that she was a friend of mine. And so they started discussing me, started discussing what was going on in my life at the time. And one of the girls was just saying, yo, how can this person betray Bernice like this when Bernice is such a great person, and when Bernice is this and that and that. And one of the other girls was like, whoosh, Bernice, she deserves everything that's coming her way. She deserves everything that's going on in her life right now. She's so stuck up and she thinks she's better than everyone else. And I remember how it messed with me on so many levels, mentally, emotionally. It messed with me and it had me questioning who I was. Like I said, I've never been someone who worries about what people say about me. I've had a lot of people say a lot of things about me, things that were true. Some of them were not true. Most of them were not true. And I've never been fazed before until I heard this particular thing. And I just sat. I remember sitting and thinking, who is this person? You know, and I asked her, who is this person? And she said, I don't know this person, but they kept referring to her as this and this. So I started searching the name on my Instagram, on my Facebook, and a lot of names popped up because it's a very common name. But I kept thinking, who have I offended in that manner? Who have I insulted in such a way that they would say that that horrible thing that was happening in my life was meant for me? You know, who have I hurt so much that would say that that horrible thing is something that I deserved? And I went through quite a very sad phase where I just questioned myself, and I ended up questioning, maybe I did deserve what I got, you know? And mine might not have been as drastic as yours, but there's been women who want to kill themselves. There's women who've given up on themselves. There's women who stay in toxic situations because they're afraid of the gossip that will come from their own family, from their own friends, from their own neighbors, from their own cousins. Oh, cousins. There's women who have given up on work, on their careers because another woman discouraged them. You know, there's women who are unemployed today because when they went to the interview panel had a few women there and they just felt intimidated by her, so they didn't hire her for the job. There's women today who are sick. There's women who are taking drugs. There are women who can't cope without alcohol because they have been so discouraged by the women in their lives. You know, at some point it trended on Twitter when the whole lockdown thing started that some mother-daughter relationships are going to have a real serious problem because we're all going to be at home with each other. And I didn't understand it at the time, but the more that I observed how much women just don't get along with each other, I realized that even as far as your own mother dragging you down, as far as your own mother reminding you how worthless you are, that's where it starts for us as women. That's where the negativity breathes from. And we go out there and we speak badly of other women. We tarnish their images. We make up rumors. We make fun of their situations as if anyone asks to be hurt, as if anyone wakes up and asks to be disappointed, as if anyone wakes up and asks to have nothing to eat. But other women will go around spreading those lies, sometimes the truth about other women, but in a malicious intent. With a malicious intent, rather. And it just saddens me to see how the world has been against us from day one. We have it hard in every capacity, ladies. No one has it easy. I don't care who posts what. I don't care what Bonang posts. I don't care what Mihlali posts. I don't care what I post. I have it hard. Everyone has it hard. Everyone has a battle that they're fighting on a daily basis. And it makes no difference to the world. It adds no value to the world when you go out there and you hate on another woman, publicly or privately. It adds no value to that woman. It doesn't devalue that woman either. Someone saying that I'm stuck up doesn't make me stuck up. Someone saying that I deserve what I got doesn't mean that I deserved what I got. And if you're out there and you are out there gossiping, spreading lies, spreading rumors, or actively working to make sure that another woman doesn't succeed, check yourself, sister. There's something wrong with you. Either you envy that woman, or there's something in your past or in your present that is triggering that type of behavior in you. Pray for yourself. Write about it. Do some self-introspection. Wonder. Just be curious about the minute you decide to mention another woman in a negative manner. Think about why. Think about yourself. Think about how you would want to be talked to if you were not in the room. But let's just treat each other better. I mean, there's not much that I can say, but just think about how you want to be treated. I'm a big advocate for treat people the way that you want to be treated. And I might not be perfect in living that principle, but let's all think about it. Would I want people to laugh at me if someone in my life disappointed me in that manner? Would I want someone to sabotage me if I wanted to start a business? Would I want my daughter to be laughed at if I were to have a daughter? Think about it and think about how detrimental it would be. Think about it. Let's just love each other. It adds no value to your life when you gossip about another woman. It adds no value to your life when you sabotage another woman's business. It adds no value to your life when you hate on another girl. But trust me, it will add value to your life when you encourage another girl, when you speak life about another girl, when you support her business, when you respect her relationship, when you respect her and her choices. It adds value to you. Trust me. Because the good that you put out there, God does not fall, like it does not go on blind eyes. God sees it and he rewards it. I know that every good that I've done in this world, I've received back in some way or another. Every bad, maybe I have received some of the bad that I've done, but I know that I've done more good than I've done bad. And I know that I will respect another woman, whether she has the past or not. And I will understand, and I will try to understand if I cannot, the decisions that she makes for her life. Don't judge women. We've already got so much weight on our shoulders. We do not need hate from each other. So I don't know, maybe you've gained, maybe you haven't. Maybe you knew this already. Maybe you've been practicing it. If you haven't, please start. Please start respecting yourself. And the way that you treat other people, it also shows how much you respect yourself. Because if you respect yourself, there's no way that you're going to treat people like zeros. So yeah, big sister here, encouraging you to love and care for each other. I love you, sisters. Take care.